If you still haven't made money online, just do these 7 things because right now you're making this entirely too hard. That's what she said. I fired my job April 1st, 2016 before I ever made a single dollar for myself as an entrepreneur. I bet on myself, went all in, and haven't looked back since. I've built social media audiences to over 100,000 followers. My very first digital product made a little over 900K. I quit that to go all in on building a micro niche YouTube channel with no previous audience to build a community where I help contentpreneurs increase their income, impact, and influence online, just like all them that you see on the screen right now. And the thing that most people don't realize and understand about business in any capacity is that it's the simple stuff that scales. All the fancy, exciting stuff is the stuff that actually fails. And it's only going to take me about 5 minutes to break this down. So if you don't have about 5 minutes to spare, then you'll just stay chasing the wrong things instead of understanding the 7 core components to be successful at whatever it is that you want to do, especially online. So look, the first thing that you need to understand and emulate is that you need to follow what already works. That's the number one problem that most entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs are really struggling with online, in not only product and offer creation, but in content creation as well, which is going to garner and attract the right attention to where we can convert a percentage of that attention into leads, customers, sales, and whatnot to actually build our business. So when I say that you need to follow what's already working or follow what is already working, a lot of people in the creator space are trying to be entirely too creative instead of following a demand that already exists. So follow me here. Your audience already exists. You don't have to find them. So why not just create content and offers that there's already a demand for? We don't have to reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already working. The wheel's already rolling. The wheel is already spinning. Why don't we just add our own little flavor to the wheel, right? So in this, you can actually build true leverage for yourself by using AI as a force multiplier, which is the second component, right? Is building true leverage for yourself. We're all living in the best age of human existence because everybody has access to leverage now. In years past, that wasn't the case, because since the beginning of mankind, there's been 4 levels of leverage that people have used in order to acquire wealth throughout history. So those are labor, capital, code, and media. So think about this. Back in the day, the only way to acquire wealth was through human capital, which is labor. Well, secondly, if you look at how the new rich were formed after that, when the Rockefellers, whatnot, all that age, the Carnegies, they did it through capital, through leveraging opium, other people's capital, when they came up with the Federal Reserve, the banking system, started to design the world and the system for what it is now. And if you want to leverage human capital, well, now since slavery doesn't exist, even though I know that still exists in certain parts of the world, you have to have capital in order to leverage labor, right? Well, if you look a little later than that, the new billionaires and whatnot, how did they do it? They did it through code. This is when the Bill Gates and whatnot of the world start to pop up. The Jeff Bezoses, later on the Mark Zuckerbergs, the Elon Musk, all that, right? They acquired wealth through being able to leverage code. And now, which is the best time ever in human existence, if you look at how what I call the new rich are becoming rich now, how are they doing it? They're leveraging media, which is the 4th level of leverage. So they're leveraging media, they're leveraging personal brands with some type of product that they're attaching to that. Well, now we're getting to the age where, for one, everybody has access to media. And secondly, we're getting to the point where everybody is going to have access to code through AI and whatnot. But we can use AI as a force leverage multiplier of our efforts. So if on the first step, if we're need to follow what's working. Something that used to take hours of research, and if you did not want to spend hours upon hours of doing market research, you would have to hire other people to leverage your time. Well, we can use AI as a force multiplier for not only research, but in productization and content ideas as well from following what actually works. So, going back to the first thing of following what's working, this is what I mean by this. A lot of people are thinking that they have to think of something new to sell. You don't. Just think about the stuff that you buy on a day-to-day basis, whether it be something that's educational information, whether it's something for entertainment, whether it's something that you need to sustain your actual life force. You typically buy more of the same stuff. And you buy more of the same stuff from different brands. The brand is the thing that differentiates the actual product that you're buying. So you don't have to think of something new. You have to think of something that already has a market demand and then add your brand to it. That's why we're going to leverage the media. And we're living in the trust economy right now, and people are buying things from people that they know, like, and trust. So if you want to sell a digital product, whether it's an ebook, a course, a community, some type of software, whatever it is, people are going to trust in you as the authority first, and then buy whatever the offer is from you because they trust that you will be able to get them their desired result. Because people don't buy information, they simply just buy transformation. People could care less to buy another thing, but what they want is the new identity that that thing actually brings to them. And they are going to trust and buy into you first and your product second. Now, with this, you need to understand the third component to building a successful online business comes down to distribution, because distribution matters the most. So many people are thinking that it's the product that said, what product should I sell? What is the new hot thing to sell? What's the trendy thing? No, it's distribution. Building a successful online business, or what I like to call a lifestyle business, because in actuality, that's what people really want. They just want a lifestyle to where they can do what they want to do when they want to do it on their own time. I truly believe that most people, if they were just making an extra, let's say $4,000 to $5,000 to $12,000 a month, not even that much money for real, I think that they would actually feel fulfilled and feel happy about that. But in order to build a successful lifestyle business for yourself, it's not about creating some type of offer for the marketplace or creating some type of digital product and then waiting for people to buy it. This isn't a if you build it, they will come type of thing. If you build it and nobody knows that it exists, then you make absolutely no money. And so many people are spending entirely too much time, energy, effort, and money on creating something and thinking about what is the best platform to use to host something, and they're not placing any time, energy, effort, or money on the distribution of the thing that you created. This is an attention game, but in order to properly monetize, you don't have to get all of the attention. You just need to get the right attention. Something that changed my life years back. I read this essay by a guy by the name of Kevin Kelly named 1,000 True Fans. The whole concept of this was that if you get 1,000 people paying you $100 per year, you have your six-figure business, which is something that, so many people shoot for, including my former self. Don't sell yourself short though, because most people, including my past self, when we're thinking six figures, we typically are only thinking $100,000, not realizing that six figures goes all the way up to $999,999.99. Don't sell yourself short with that six-figure goal. But once I read that, it changed my entire perspective, because I was thinking that I had to have all these mass audiences. That's why I was exhausting myself to build a social media audience. Once I realized that I don't really need that many people, and Once you understand the concept of the whole 1000 True Fans, you understand that you can manipulate the concept to fit for whatever it is that your target is for the lifestyle business that you want to create for yourself. So once I understood that, I was starting to think about what would be the best platform to build on as far as distribution. I was like, okay, I'm gonna quit this social media stuff. I don't care if I have over 100,000 followers. I think at the time it was like 120 something thousand followers and 14 or 15 or 16,000 followers on TikTok. The 100,000 followers and whatnot were on Instagram or whatnot. I was investing in paid advertising. The most amount of money that I spent on ads in a single month is a little over $100,000. But it's like a constant create every single day. I was posting 3 to 5 times per day. I had an infomercial strategy where I would post another 5 times between the hours of midnight and 5 a.m. By 6 a.m., I would delete all those posts, then do my other 3 to 5 posts per day. Then I was posting in stories multiple times per day. I was going live all the time. I had a weekly live webinar that I was doing each and every single Thursday. That was a 3-hour webinar. It was freaking exhausting. And I realized that YouTube is the only evergreen platform because everybody comes to YouTube to learn how to do everything. You get the best mind from people that are actually in the mind frame to actually learn something, when on short form social media, they're simply just scrolling through brain rot nonstop while they're sitting on the toilet or something like that. And YouTube is the only evergreen platform because it's not about what your content does today. It's about what that content can do for literal weeks, months, and years from now. On a month-to-month basis, the best performing assets on my YouTube channel are stuff that I did months ago, a year ago, and 2 years ago, because where I count my genesis for what I'm doing right now on YouTube, it just started January 30th of 2024. At the time of me recording this video, I count my YouTube journey of being 2 years, even though prior to that, I had a podcast that nobody was listening to. But the only reason why I had that podcast was so I could try to say something cool and clever and chop it up into short form pieces of content to post it everywhere to build a big audience. I thought that I had to be omnipresent. No, you don't. In order to be successful in business, you have to be able to focus, and focus stands for follow one course until successful. You have to be able to focus on one product on one platform. I highly advise for you to sell one offer to one person on one platform until you get to $1 million. And if you study success, that's what successful people did also. I know I'm talking about online business, but Jeff Bezos, which in actuality, Amazon is a pretty cool software, it could kind of be an online business. But Jeff Bezos, he didn't build 15 different companies. He built Amazon. A lot of people love to use Elon Musk as an example, but Elon Musk, he has all these businesses. Cool. There's always going to be an exception to the rule. There's always going to be an anomaly. But people always want to emulate the exception instead of the rule. I like to just follow the rules of success. And if you study success in any field, in any market, in any industry, in any niche, they all have similar patterns that they use to get to success. Success leaves clues. So if I know that distribution matters the most, what would be the best platform for distribution? It's YouTube, this platform that you're on right now. And there was a study done by Google that said that it takes somebody 7 hours of consuming content in order to make a purchasing decision. What better place could somebody spend those 7 hours with you than on YouTube? Short form content, people will have to watch a lot of short form stuff. But that could literally be done in a day or two if you have a catalog of YouTube content. I don't even have the biggest YouTube channel yet, but just this past month alone, I have 25,000 hours of watch time. People have spent 25,000 hours consuming my content from a small micro niche YouTube channel within the past month. So I know that if I have an offer for the marketplace, all that I have to focus on doing is adding value to the marketplace, treating content as a distribution engine instead of content, and think like a contentpreneur instead of a content creator, and simply just focus on optimizing my distribution to consistently get in front of the right people. I don't have to have the biggest audience for this. The number one inspiration that I had once I started my YouTube journey was a small channel that I came across. Now they currently have around 40,000 subscribers. Still not the biggest channel, but when I first came across him, he had around 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers maybe. He had a $30,000 per month business, making $1,000 a day. He had 300 people paying him $100 a month. He only had 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers. Now, still has a small channel, only about 40,000 subscribers, and he has a 6-figure per month business. He treats content as distribution, and he builds on the one platform that has evergreen staying power. And when you have a true digital asset of a YouTube channel compounding over time with your actual offer to that marketplace, you have this crazy discovery engine that's attached to an asset of an online business that's growing, as well as you're getting paid to build your income, impact, and influence from the viewership alone as well. So many content creators are thinking of YouTube as a way to make money from AdSense dollars, from simply just getting money from the views, when that's just a little cherry on top. Plus, you would have to get a lot of views in order to make any real life-changing money from just content and being a content creator. That's why they all out here doing goofy stuff trying to go viral. But just this past month alone, I got about $3,600 just from the views alone. When I used to run ads and run Facebook ads, this past month, I would have had to pay $72,000 in ads for the same amount of attention that I got from a small micro niche YouTube channel. The distribution of YouTube, once you understand how to work it right for yourself and turn it into a system, and system stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money, I haven't seen anything like it. That's why I'm all in on YouTube. That's why I haven't done anything else since 2023. Holiday season 2023, October, November, December, I was studying the platform. I started to put my plan of action into action January 30th of 2024. I haven't done anything else since. I don't see the need to. It's pointless and it's exhausting. And I can actually make peaceful profits within my purpose just sitting down here giving some game for about 5 minutes or so. But distribution matters most, the third thing. The fourth thing, which kind of ties into the first thing. The fourth thing is to ride existing demand. So when I'm saying to ride existing demand, it kind of goes into how I say the following, what works to start off this video. But in nothing that I do, whether it's in offer creation or in content creation, I want to make something to where there's already an audience and a market that wants it. So if I'm thinking of productization, I don't just want to make something that I feel like making in whatever the vehicle is as a digital product. What you feel like and what you want to do are terrible business decisions. What you think is a terrible business decision. Nothing that I do as far as content creation or productization is off of what I think people want. I only move off of what I know that people want. This goes into doing research. You got to do your market research. So for starters, with content creation, study your niche and see what is performing well for other people within your niche, which shows that if that's performing well, then that's something that the audience that you want to acquire for you so you can attract your tribe, that's showing that that is what they want to see. I'm not saying to go out and copy people's content, but once you do market research, you'll start to see the patterns that are working for other people so you can see how you can use some of that for yourself. A lot of this stuff simply just comes down to positioning. Same as that thing with offers for the marketplace and your digital products and whatnot. People, they come to me all the time and they're like, oh yeah, nobody's selling this, so this is how I can make my money. I'm like, well, if nobody's selling it, there's probably a reason why nobody's selling it, because there's no money to make in it. So I don't want to go where it's super non-competitive. It's probably non-competitive and unsaturated for a reason. I want to hop in all that competition. I want to hop in all that oversaturation, because that's where the money's at. But I know with my understanding of positioning that I can position myself in a crowded place to where I can stick out like a sore thumb on the internet, because nobody else has what I have to offer from the marketplace, because I'm speaking from my own unique lived experience that nobody else has lived through what Aston CEO has lived through. But I want to ride something that is already existing, right? So something that I tell people to do when they're thinking of products to sell, when they're thinking of informational, transformational products, because remember, people buy transformation, they don't buy information. I want to see, is anybody else selling something similar? Are there courses that exist on it? Cool. Are there books that sell for it? Cool. Are people going to seminars for this stuff? Cool. Can I go on Amazon and look up some type of published book about this topic? Cool. And you can pretty much monetize anything. I was doing some research a few weeks ago and I came across a guy that's built a pretty cool business for himself, but he's built a community helping people hold their breath longer. You can monetize anything. It simply just comes down, is there some type of already existing demand, and can you properly position yourself to stick out for those individuals that are for you, and you don't need to have that many people for that. Now, the fifth thing is to understand that AI is not a business. And I don't want you to get distracted out here in this online business world of all these people talking about all these new AI opportunities. AI is simply just a tool. The foundational principles of business are always going to be the same. People pay for solutions to problems. That's it. And no matter what the new shiny thing is going to be, there's always going to be a new shiny thing. Right now, at the time of me creating this video, the new shiny thing is how you can be so successful in making money online with Claude. Claude does whatever you want to do. There's always going to be a new shiny thing. I don't know what the next new shiny thing is, but there's always going to be a new trend. There's always going to be a new hack. There's always going to be a new strategy. And since we're in the AI age and AI isn't going anywhere, so we'll be in the AI age most likely now, henceforth, and forevermore. AI is not the business. It is a tool that you can leverage to get somebody a solution to their problem faster. It is a tool that you can leverage to help you ideate faster. It is a tool that you can leverage to create faster. But AI is not the business, and AI will never be the business. What you need to understand is that money is only spent on things that have a perceived value. Money is simply just a symbol that value has been exchanged. And people only spend their money on things that have a perceived value to them that is worth more than the dollar that they're spending on it. That's it. So AI is just a tool, not the opportunity. So the real opportunities are in what they have always been in online. I don't care how anybody else tries to put it. I don't care about any other verbiage or cool saying that they come up with. It comes down to digital products. Everything is a digital product. Everything is some type of informational, transformational digital product, or it's some type of software or tool that helps somebody with the solution to a problem. But you can leverage AI to help you move faster, ideate faster, and get something into the hands of somebody faster. But think of it like a tool. It's no different than when man discovered fire. It's a tool to assist humans. No different than the internet. The internet is not the money-making opportunity. being able to leverage the tool of the internet in order to deliver somebody a faster solution to a problem is the business. Now it's AI. Same as that thing. It's just a tool. Now, the sixth thing, follow the money. You got to be able to sniff that stuff out. Follow the money. Success leaves clues. So the fastest path to success, it's often hidden in plain sight. Most people, they're just not looking at it. So let me just tell you right now where the money is, clear as day. It's in teaching what you know. Every single person that you watch online for anything in the educational space, in any niche, in any market, they're monetizing their intellectual property. Through their lived experience, they've gone through something to whereas now they have 2020 hindsight. Think about this. We've all been in situations to whereas we say, man, if I only knew then what I know now. The best opportunity online is to sell your former self the transformation that you have currently gone through. That's all that I do in my business. Each and every single video that I make, anything that I create as an offer, my community that I'm currently building is credited at the top. All that I do is help people that are going through the same exact issues that I had a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, a decade ago, because I've been a full-time entrepreneur as of right now, a decade. I fired my job April 1st, 2016, right? So I simply just became the person that I wish that I had along the way. And a lot of this stuff just became a lot easier. But I wasn't able to recognize that pattern in how all these people were truly building successful online businesses until I started to sniff out that money and follow that joker. I started to look at what were people doing more so than what they're saying. Even do this with myself. Just sitting here, you're watching my videos. Why am I making these videos? Don't just listen to what I'm saying. Watch the demonstration of what I'm doing as well. Once you start to think like that, you'll just start to see the world as an entirely different thing. It's kind of like the matrix breaks down and you can see all the ones and the zeros floating around. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So I was like, okay, all these educational videos that I'm watching, why are they doing it? There's some money somewhere. I need to follow the money. Well, what they do is that they isolate a problem within the marketplace. They obsess on coming up with a solution to that problem. And then they consistently show up and make content educating about the solution that they have to that problem. And when they do that, they become a trusted authority because they simply just show people that they have obsessed on coming up with solutions to their problems more than they have. And then they simply just make an offer that they can help you fix it faster. That's where the money's at. So whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that you're building, whatever it is that you're consuming, look at everything from the lens of a producer's mindset instead of just consuming stuff, so you can start to reverse engineer and start with the end in mind and then work your way backwards. That's how you actually do get to success. All this stuff works just like a GPS system. Think, when you hop in your car, you don't just hop in your car and just hope that you get somewhere that you would like to go. You either put in the coordinates into your GPS system, you already know the address or the location, you look it up, or you already mentally know where you're going to go. And then no matter what happens along the route, the street's closed, car wreck over here, lane closure, your GPS is just going to take you another route, but you're still going to get to your destination. Same as that thing with your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, your financial endeavors. You got to follow the money. You got to know where it is that you're going and then reverse engineer, and success leaves clues. All these people whose content that you're creating, follow the clues, follow the money. I spy on quote unquote competitors. I sign up for lead magnets, not to learn all the time from the lead magnet, but I want to see what their funnel is. I want to see what is their email sequence off of this funnel. Oh, this is a good email sequence. They have a 4-week follow-ups nurture sequence with this freebie that they're doing, that they're selling this for X amount of dollars. Oh, they're making content and they're leading that to a free webinar, to where it's the webinar, they're talking about this, and that, and then they're making an offer to this product. And then for the people that don't take this product off of the free webinar, then they have this email sequence. Follow the money. It's hiding in plain sight. And the seventh thing is to be an early adapter, right? Success loves speed. You cannot stay in analysis paralysis. Early adapters have first movers advantage. And there's something else also that kicks into being the early adapter of beginner's luck. Beginner's luck is such a real thing. I think I had a nice heaping case of beginner's luck when I first started online in my business, because I made my first 7 figures in about 18 months. My first month out the gate, I made a little over $19,000. I had absolutely no clue what I was doing, but I was moving 100% off of pure instincts. And I truly feel that your instincts come from a higher place. Think about this. Humans, we're the only thing that exists on this planet that overthinks everything. We don't just exist. My backyard, just this morning, I saw a blue jay, a couple cardinals, some squirrels when I was brushing my teeth this morning. That blue jay doesn't have to ask and wonder how to be a blue jay. It just follows its God-given instincts. That squirrel doesn't have to ask how to be a squirrel. It just follows its God-given instincts. When I was a kid, I'm from Lexington, Kentucky, basically the top of Kentucky, about an hour and a half away from Ohio. When the birds fly south for the winter, they don't have to ask directions. Hey, you know how to go south? They just follow their God-given instincts. So a lot of times beginners are very successful because they're just moving with everything that feels right. Why are you doing this? I don't know, but it's just something that I feel like I should be doing. And then you move at such a fast pace that you figure it out, and then you start to look at failure as a beautiful thing, because fail just stands for follow an individual lane. The only way that you do figure out what does work is by failing and figuring out what doesn't work, just like that GPS system. When you hop in your car and there's a car crash, it doesn't say, oh, this route failed. It's like, okay, that's not a way to get here, so now we're going to take you this path. I don't have a plan B. My plan B is just another way to make my plan A work. So as I'm moving, and I'm moving fast with a sense of speed and urgency, every single failure, I'm treating it like, oh, okay, that's just a way that doesn't work for me for this. So now we can go ahead and test this out. See, in entrepreneurship, you have to think more like a scientist than an entrepreneur. You're in constant experimentation nonstop. People ask me why I'm doing stuff all the time, and I say I'm testing. Currently, with what I'm doing right now, I'm testing. This past 2 months, I've been in a test with my YouTube content. I've been testing thumbnails. I've been testing content styles. I've been testing call to actions. I've been testing non-call to actions. I've been testing different landing pages, conversion percentages and whatnot. You're constantly testing. But that goes in hand with moving with a sense of speed and being an early mover of adaptation. So the biggest opportunities, they often exist before they're obvious. The people willing to move before everyone else, they capture the greatest advantage. First mover's advantage is a real thing. And the faster that you move, the faster you will fail, because failure is inevitable. But treat that failure as if it's you finding an individual lane, and you will figure out your way for it to work for you, because everybody is going to have a different path. But even though everybody has a different path, there's always going to be the same foundational principles that exist along the way. And if you follow the foundational principles and you focus on building a solid brand for yourself and leveraging that brand with your media, which I highly suggest YouTube and a digital product, you'll be able to build the business of your dream to where you're making peaceful profits within your purpose, and you actually look forward to what you're doing each and every single day, instead of just signing up for the 40-40-40 scam like everybody else. If you're not familiar with the 40-40-40 scam, you work at least 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life to retire for 40% of your income. I haven't seen that many people be successful at that. And it's mind-boggling to me that people think that they're going to be able to live the life that they desire off of 60% less income when they don't live the life that they desire right now off of 100% of their income. How you gonna be able to do what you want to do when you're old and you can't even get jiggy no more because you got a little stiffness in your hip and you can't, your two-step ain't as smooth as it used to be. But focusing on the simple things and focusing on these 7 foundational principles, that's what's going to make your business scale. Remember, the simple stuff scales. It's all the fancy stuff that fails. And believe it or not, being successful in business, it's focusing on the few boring things on a day-to-day basis. That's what is going to make you the money. It's not all the flashy passive income vacations on the beach with a laptop that does it. It's you isolating a problem, consistently showing up and showing that you have obsessed on coming up with a solution to that problem more than other people have, and focusing and tinkering and always experimenting and creating a system for yourself, saving yourself time, energy, and money to where you can actually start to make more and get your time back while working less. And go ahead and check out this video right here for a complete step-by-step breakdown on how you can create your system for yourself, leveraging a digital product with a micro niche YouTube channel, saving yourself time, energy, and money. It's crowded at the top.